Creationist Ken Ham decided to launch into an anti-atheist rant in response to the upcoming Reason rally. That gets under his skin that intelligent people will be in Washington standing up for things that make sense. So his rant here is hilarious. He says, atheists believe the universe and life arose by natural processes. That's their religion. It's a blind faith religion. It's an anti-God religion. Okay, where do I begin with this? So, atheists believe, or atheists say, it is most likely at this moment, based on the evidence, that the universe came about as a result of the Big Bang. Now, outside of that, do we claim to have any knowledge we don't have? No. Atheists and agnostics are the first people to admit when they don't know, when they don't have an answer. Hey, the evidence isn't in on that. Hey, the proof isn't in on that. I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. If you ask me a question I don't know the answer to, I'm not going to make it up. I'm going to go, oh, I don't know. So it's hilarious that they take the truth and they flip it on its head. The people who are most humble in the face of the nature of reality, the people who don't pretend to know shit when they don't know, all of a sudden now they're derided as it's a religion. It's a blind faith religion. Okay, it is literally the opposite of faith. It is based on evidence and knowledge. So we say the evidence right now points to the Big Bang. Outside of that, do we know? No, we don't know. But they always, there's this massive fallacy in the way that he thinks. Not the way atheists think, but the way that, uber religious people think, where they'll claim, first of all, to have knowledge they don't have. Second of all, they make it seem like, it's so absurd to say the universe arose through natural processes. Totally, it's so absurd. Okay, but that means that you're saying it's supernatural processes, which means that, so there was this God, and poof, he created everything. And then they make the argument, well, obviously, if something exists, it needs to be created. Duh! They make the watchmaker argument. Well, for a watch to exist, it needed a watchmaker, right? Gotcha, you stupid atheists. Okay, but hold on. Let's actually apply that logic for a second here. If indeed that's true, for something that's so intricate to exist, it needs to be created. Who created God? I'm just using your logic. Yet this is the argument you guys made. I didn't make it, you made it. If it's super intricate and complex, it obviously had to be created. Duh. Okay. God is way more intricate and complex than us. He's God. He made everything. So who made God? You fail according to your own logic. What an epic fail. Unbelievable. Okay, we have more from him. We need to be calling atheism for what it is. A religion. An anti-God religion. A religion that exalts fallible human reason. A worship of man. Okay, now, first he was like, these guys also have blind faith. Now he's saying, you worship reason. Which is it? Do we have blind faith or do we worship reason? And to the charge of, hey, you worship reason. Guilty. So what that means is, I'm not saying it's the end-all be-all and we have all the answers. Of course not. But I am saying that insofar as we're able to ascertain the answers, it will be ascertained through reason and logic and the scientific method, a process by which we ascertain the truth about the nature of reality. You're never going to get the right answers by doing the opposite of that, by making shit up or pretending to know shit that you don't know. You're never going to get it that way. So, guilty. Do we think human reason is the best way to get reasonable answers about this world we live in? Yeah. But then to the idea that, hey, that's also a religion. No, I think Bill Maher said it best. Atheism is a religion like abstinence is a sex position. It is, by definition, the opposite of what you're saying. Okay, and then finally, I'll give you one more here. He says, atheists work hard against Christianity because they're putting their hands over their eyes and ears and shouting, I refuse to see and hear the truth. I think that may break a Guinness World Record for irony. Look at all the irony just oozing and dripping from that one tweet. Yeah, it's atheists and non-religious people who are just trying so hard to not see the truth of Christianity. They go, I know that's true, so I can't look at it. dude, do you even know what's in your religion? But the thing about this guy is he does, and he still believes it, which is super scary. Because he's the guy who's building the Ark right now. Like this Ark museum to say, see, this is historical fact. He's the guy who has the Creationist museum where there are people riding dinosaurs. Dude, the dinosaurs died out 65 million years ago. People did not exist then. But he says, no, the world's 6,000 years old. And dinosaurs existed and people rode the dinosaurs. So he thinks that atheists are actively turning away from the truth of the Bible. Noah's Ark, a guy lives to age 900 and gets every animal in the world on an ark that can't fit them because it's not big enough, and makes it so that they survive and they eventually repopulate the earth. By the way, he's the only guy who built a boat. Nobody else had a boat when the big flood came. Everybody else died. Nobody else had a boat. Oops, we didn't get to the boat in time. There was a big flood. We didn't get to the boat in time. Everybody else died. He got every animal on the same boat. They fucked. They had little animal babies. He repopulated everything. He brought the kangaroos to Australia and brought other animals elsewhere. By the way, how did you get the climate right? How did the polar bears who need a cold climate coexist with the tigers who need a hot climate? And how did the animals not eat each other? How are they going to eat? Where are they going to take, have the food? And by the way, engineers say it is literally impossible to build an ark the size that they say he built it because the wood at the time would not bend that way without snapping. So you have the talking snake and the burning bush, and there's various parts of the Bible that allude to the fact that the earth is flat. This guy looks at that book and he's like, stupid atheists denying the truth. I mean, here it is right here. Hello, flat earth, everybody. Hello, seven-headed dragons, everybody. Hello, it's moral, it's the right thing to do to get your father drunk and rape him if you want babies. That's in the Bible. He looks at that, he's like, this is obvious. The damn atheists don't believe it. They're just closing their eyes and covering their ears from the truth is what they're doing. Right! It's us who are denying the plain truth which is right in front of us. Totally. Us. Not you. Us.